Welcome to Nimu's World. It's me Nimesh Naik. Today I am discussing CSI NET questions June 2019. Topic complex analysis. It's a part C question. Question: let f of z is equal to z cube plus 1 into sin z square for z belongs to C. Let f of z is equal to u of xy plus I v of xy, where z is equal to x plus iy and u and v are real valued functions. Then which of the following are true? Option number 1, u from R2 to R2 is infinitely differentiable. And option number 2, u is continuous but need not be differentiable. And option number 3, u is bounded. And option number 4, f can be represented by an absolutely convergent power series summation n ranging from 0 to infinity a n z power n for all z belongs to C. Here we can given f of z is equal to z cube plus 1 into sin z square for z belongs to C. Here z cube plus 1 is a polynomial function and we know that it's a entire function, and sin z square is also an entire function, so a product of two entire function is also an entire function. Therefore we can say that f is a entire function, and if therefore we can conclude that real part of f is infinitely differentiable. When we substituting the value x z is equal to x plus iv, it will become a polynomial function, and expanding sin z square by using z is equal to x plus iy, we get in that term is hyperbolic functions and also trigonometric functions. So that's also an entire function. So from that we can conclude that f is an entire function and the real part of f is infinitely differentiable. Or more detailing, f of z is equal to z cube plus 1 sin z square. If we put the value z is equal to x plus iy, so when we substituting we get x plus iy all cube plus 1 into sin x plus iy all square. So while expanding this we get x cube plus iy whole cube plus I into 3xy into x plus iy plus 1 into sin x square plus iy y whole square plus 2ixy, which is equal to x cube minus 3x xy square plus 1 plus I into 3x square y minus y cube into sin x square minus y square plus 2ixy, which is equal to x cube minus 3xy square plus 1 plus I into 3x square y minus y cube into sin of x square minus y square into cos 2ixy plus sin 2ixy into cos x square minus y square, which is equal to x cube minus 3xy square plus 1 plus I into 3x square y minus y cube then into sin of x square minus y square into cos h of 2xy plus I sin h of xy cos x square minus y square. This is since cos ix is equal to cos hx and also sin ix is equal to I sin hx. From here we can get u is equal to x cube minus 3xy square plus 1 into sin x square minus y square cos hxy minus 3x square y minus y cube into sin h of 2xy cos x square minus y square, and v is equal to 3x square y minus y cube sin x square minus y square cos h of 2xy plus x cube minus 3x square y plus 1 into sin h of 2xy into cos x square minus y square. So here we considering our u, it's a real part, so which containing a polynomial function and a sine function and a cosine h function, cos h functions, that is hyperbolic function. We know that these functions are entire function. Okay, so we get u containing polynomial sine and cos h function. Therefore we know that these functions are infinitely differentiable. Therefore we can conclude that u is infinitely differentiable. Now we are going through our option. Our first option is says that u from R2 to R is infinitely differentiable, and the second option is says that u is continuous but need not be differentiable. So from above we can get u from R2 to R2 is infinitely differentiable. So our first option is correct, and our second option which says that it is need not be differentiable. So our second option is also wrong. Now our third option which says that u is bounded. Here f is here we have f is an entire function and it is non-constant. Okay, if our real part is bounded for any analytic function, then f is a constant. That is, if real part is bounded for any analytic function f, which implies that f is a constant. So we get a contradiction because our f is an entire function and which is non-constant. So our third option is false because u cannot be bounded. And now for the fourth option, here f is analytic, so f can be represented by an absolutely convergent power series summation n ranging from 0 to infinity a n z power n for all z belongs to C. So our fourth option is correct because our fourth option is says that f can be represented by an absolutely convergent power series summation n ranging from 0 to infinity a n z power n for all z belongs to C. Okay, if you like my video, please subscribe my channel and also share and like.